We're back with Chapter 5 in Managerial Accounting, Job Costing, but only for Learning Objective 7. Analyze job cost and profitability data using data analytics tools. Data analytics is used to get insights into huge quantities of data. Data is often aggregated so that managers can look for patterns that will basically lead to better decision making. Managers can then use this information to make decisions about what to build, what to market, and what to price products so that they're profitable. In addition, they can assess job costs because they want to look for opportunities to save money. We're going to use Excel pivot tables, which is a really popular tool when someone wants to aggregate large individual data records. Pivot tables are widely regarded as one of Excel's most powerful analytical tools. So let's go into Excel and learn about pivot tables. Here we've got a company's records, and we've got a lot of them. You can see we have 250. And there's a bunch of questions, but we're going to leave those until we've developed the pivot table. Let's look at the columns. We've got the date, plant, so there's various plants, factories that are making something. We've got the different job numbers. We've got lamp models, so they're making a desk, a floor, and a table lamp. It says how many units they make each time, the direct material, direct labor, manufacturing overhead, the total job cost, and then the cost per unit. So that's the information we have, and we have a lot of records for a period of time. In order to create the pivot table, we're going to start by clicking anywhere within this range. So I don't care where you click, you can click wherever you want. I'm going to click on the date. I'm going to go up to insert. As you can see all the way on the left-hand side, there's an icon for the pivot table. So we're going to click on the icon. It's going to choose the range for us. That's why you have to be within the range. So it's going to choose it for us. We're going to go down. We're going to make sure it's perfect. Yes, it's perfect. Goes down to our last record, and we're going to click OK. Now, it gives us a listing of all the columns, the headings from each of the columns. And then it gives us 4 boxes: filters, columns, rows, and values. So we have to choose them, but we can only choose them based on the question. So I need to go back and find the question. There's our questions. So let's just copy these questions and transfer them into our sheet. So here's our questions. I'm going to copy them in here, and I'm going to click back on this pivot table. I haven't created one yet, but it's telling me I can. And so there's my pivot table fields. And it says, what was the total job cost for each lamp model? So I want the total job cost for each model. Well, I know that I want the models in the rows. So I'm going to look at the models. Where's my models? Lamp model. And I'm going to put it in my row. So it's going to create 3 rows: desk, floor, table, lamp. And I want the total job cost. So I've got to choose job cost, and I'm going to put that as the value that I'm looking for, job cost. Now, it says the sum of the job cost, and I do want the total job cost, so I've got it right here. I can see that the desk cost, all the jobs together, $71,053.50. Floor, $170,925, and the table, $99,930. Now, what's wonderful about these tables is if I wanted to know more, I could double click anywhere in my pivot table. And it's going to give me the base data that was used to calculate that number. So I can go down, I can look at everything. It's all here for me. All the base data that it used to calculate that total is available to me if I wanted to look at it. Let's go back to our original sheet. So we've got this answer. We're good to go. What was the total job cost for each lamp model by plant? So now I want information by plant. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to put that in my rows. Do I want it above or below? If I put it below, it's going to choose the lamp model first and then the plant. So it's listing the desk and then listing the 3 factories, listing the floor and then listing the 3 factories. I don't know if I love that. Maybe I want to change the plant into columns. So now it's showing Maine. So now I know in Maine, this is what it cost me for the desk, this is what it cost me for the floor, and this is what it cost me for the table. So now I can do some calculations. I can say what percentage are the desk lamps for the total manufacturing that Maine has done. I could compare that to the percentage that Ohio is making of desk lamp compared to their total. So I think I might prefer it this way because it'll help me to calculate numbers that I want. Is it giving me the answer to my question? What was the total job cost? Well, this is the total job cost for each lamp model. There it is, desk, by plant. I think I can see that, right? Total job cost, and I've got a grand total, so I know the total desk, and I know the total of all lamps. So this gives me the information that I want. Can I flip it around? Sure I can. I can put the plant back into the rows, and I can take the lamp model up into the columns. Now I see that Maine makes desks, floor, and table lamps, and this is their total. I'm actually seeing the same thing, but it's in a slightly different format. It's still giving me what I want for my answer. Let's go to the next question. What was the average cost per unit for each lamp model? So I want the lamp model. I'm going to put it in the rows. I'm going to get rid of the plant. I don't want the plant. There we go. I just unpicked it and it disappeared. This is the sum of the job cost. But I don't want the sum. I want what was the average cost per unit. So I need cost per unit, not job cost. Get rid of the job cost, choose the cost per unit, drag it down to the values. That's the cost per unit. But it's providing me with the sum. See, that's the total sum of the cost per unit. That doesn't tell me anything. So I'm going to click on this. And notice it gives me some choices. It says value field settings. Click on value field settings. So now it'll do the sum. It'll do a count. How many jobs were there? It'll do the average, min, max, product. There's a lot of choices that I can make, but I want it to give me the average because the question was saying, what is the average cost per unit for each lamp model? So I'm going to click OK. Now, I can see that the desk on average cost me $18.99, floor is costing me $21.94, and table is costing me $22.46. That's at all the factory. It's giving me the answer here. I might want to change again the value. So let's just click on the averages, value field settings. I want the number format, and it already chose accounting for me, but it says the symbols are none. And I'd like $1. So now I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to click OK, and it's going to change that to dollars. See, there's a dollar sign right there. So I can make some changes to this. So what was the average cost per unit for each lamp model? Answered that question. What was the average cost for each lamp model in each plant? So now I've got the lamp model, and I do want the average cost per unit. But I want to include the plants. So I'm going to put the plants down here and I'm going to put them in the column. So now I can see that the desk lamp in Maine cost me $19.09, but in Ohio it cost me only $18.97. And in Texas it cost me $18.89. So I can see that Maine appears to have a higher cost. I know it's not by much, but it's still a higher cost. And over thousands of lamps, that can add up pretty quickly. Why is Maine costing more on average for each job than Ohio and Texas? I can see that the floor lamp, again, average is $21.94. So who's above the average? Texas. Texas is costing me $22.11. Why? Why is it costing me more? And why is Ohio coming in lower? I can now look at things. Remember, if I double click anywhere, it's going to give me the base information. So here's the base information, and I can mine this data to look for more answers. Going back to my original sheet, I could go and talk to the production manager in Texas and find out why their average cost for the floor lamps is higher than everyone else's. Same with the table. I know the average is $22.46, but I can see immediately that $22.55 for Maine is higher. Ohio appears to be cheaper than everyone else. Why? What is Ohio doing that is better than the other two plants? These are the type of questions I can ask with this type of data. So we know the average cost for each lamp model in each plant. What is the total direct material used in each plant? So now I want direct material in each plant. So I'm going to get rid of the lamp model. I'm going to get rid of the cost per unit. I do want the plants. I'm not sure I want it in the columns. I might want it in the rows. And I said I wanted direct material used in each plant. So we've got direct material. I'm going to put the values down here, and I want the sum of all the direct material. So this is showing me what the direct material is for each plant. How can I use this information? I might have information about the sum of the direct materials we used in a prior period, and I might want to compare them. What is the total direct labor used in each plant? I can add that in. Now I have direct materials and direct labor used in every single plant. So notice, I am choosing what will be in the columns, what will be in the values, what will be in the rows. This allows you to analyze large amounts of data. And remember, if you want to know what is making up this data, go into the cell, double click, and you're going to see the base information that was used to calculate the amounts in your pivot table. You can see that pivot tables are used extensively to be able to answer the questions that managers might have about all of their costs. Note that if you just click into the general Excel, you lose the ability to change the pivot table. However, just go back to the pivot table, click in it, and everything becomes visible again. That's pivot tables. Now imagine you have Franklin Canoe Company. You can see the columns, date, plant, job, product group, model, units, direct materials, direct labor, manufacturing overhead, job cost, cost per unit, sales revenue, and gross profit per unit. Think about it. Which fields would you use for the row box, for the column box, and for the value box? And what type of calculation would you use to summarize the value field? All of these questions you should be able to answer on your own. What was the total sales revenue for each product group? What would you use? What was the total sales revenue for each product group by plant? What was the average cost per unit for each canoe model? What was the average cost for each canoe model in each plant? How many units were produced in each plant? How much easier would these calculations be in a pivot table? Now, this really is the end of Chapter 5.